I have 2 stories prepared today. One of them is very short. The other one is normal length.
Okay. Which would you like to start
So
with?
I'll start with the short one.
Okay.
Let me tell you about the rabbit's bride. That's rabbit apostrophe S. It's possessive.
Thank you for the clarification.
Once upon a time, there was a rabbit, and the rabbit lived in a hutch nearby the garden of a beautiful young lady, a human woman. This is a human woman.
Wow. Oh my God. That's incredible. What is the gender of the rabbit?
It's a man rabbit.
Okay. I just
Yeah.
needed to know in advance if this was like a really forward-thinking fairy tale for the time, and this was going
I
to be,
don't think we'll find many of those.
damn, all right. So, man rabbit, lady human, garden,
Uh-huh.
beautiful house, beautiful woman, because no one in fairy tales is average looking. They are either very ugly or very beautiful.
We're very beautiful. Yeah, there's no
No
in
one
between.
exists in the middle.
Absolutely not.
No.
Um, this also is a great determination of your morality. If you're ugly, you're probably evil. And if
I
you're
mean,
beautiful, you might still be evil. This is if you're a woman, of course. Men,
right.
we don't really bother about it. anyway, anyway. The girl just sort of minds her own business in her garden. She comes out to do gardening occasionally, as one does in a garden. Um, and the rabbit one day comes in and starts to and says, "Come away with me. Come away to my hutch with me." And she says, "Shoo, get
Wait,
out
I'm
of here."
sorry. I'm already going to interrupt. Also, another theme of this stream is I need to ask a lot of clarifying questions. Um, this man rabbit says, "Come away with me to my hutch." His hutch is in her
Mhm.
yard. That's not coming away. That's stepping slightly
It's
off the
not
bounds
in.
of the indoors.
It's outside of her yard.
Okay, I'm already skeptical, but continue.
I don't. The through line is very consistent in this story. I'll have you know.
Okay.
He says, "Come away with me to my hutch," and she says, "No, you are a rabbit. Get out of here. Shoo." Uh, and the rabbit's like, "Dang," and goes away. The
Right.
next day, she comes out to garden again, and the rabbit appears once more. And he says, "Come away with me. Come away with me to my hutch." And she says, "No, I do not want to go away with you to your hutch. You are a rabbit, and I'm a human woman, and I don't. No, thank you. Please leave." And he says, "Darn," and leaves. Um, and then the third time, uh,
Rule of
the lady's
threes.
gardening again. It happens a lot in fairy tales. Everything,
Hmm.
it's got to happen 3 times.
Yeah.
The lady's gardening, and the rabbit shows up, and he says, "Come away with me. Come away with me to my hutch." And she says, "No, I don't want to." And he says,
Too fucking bad, lady. Get in the car.
that is what he says. That is what he says to
Yes.
her.
Okay.
And then he pulls her into his car, and they drive to. I'm kidding.
No, no, no,
Uh,
no, no, no.
um,
They go to Chuck E. Cheese.
I think
He says,
I
"This is
believe
my
he
great grandfather," and he gestures at the giant animatronic mouse.
no, but he shows up with friends. And he's like, "Attack, not attack, but
Wait, I'm sorry.
get her."
He brings a bunch of rabbit friends?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
How's he supposed to kidnap a human woman on his own? I
I
mean, take
don't
her away
know.
romantically. Um, so he sneaks her away to his hutch. I don't know how
Uh-huh.
she fits. Um, so
He's
he's like,
really
"Oh,
dug it out in the meantime. That's why he needed 3 days.
yeah, yeah, yeah." That's why he wasn't really going for it at the beginning.
Right.
Um, and he's like, "Hey, we're gonna be married soon," and she just weeps all day and all night because she's very sad because she doesn't want to marry this rabbit. And the rabbit's like, "Oh
Fair.
no, don't cry. You should be happy. We're gonna get married. Don't you want to be married to me?" And she's like, "No, I don't." And he's like, "Oh, you'll come around." Um, and then he like goes off to be fitted for his rabbit suit. Um,
Right.
and then she makes a straw doll, and she puts like her clothes on the doll. and paints a red mouth on it. And then she runs away,
Uh-huh.
leaving the doll in her place. And then the rabbit comes home and he says, "Honey, I'm home." And he sees the doll there and thinks that it's her. And he says, "Oh, my love." And he goes to embrace her. And it topples over, lifeless because it's made of straw. And thinking that he's killed his one true love, the rabbit cries. And that's the end of the story.
That's the end of the story?
Yeah.
Oh my god. What a terrible payoff. Who wrote this one? Who did this? Who's responsible?
It's one of the Grimms.
Oh my god. This is one of their earlier ones. They didn't quite
They just
figure it out.
collected them.
Fine. Okay. Well, I mean, I have a lot of critiques of this story.
Do tell. I think it's pretty good, personally.
I mean, for one, there's it's very Alice in Wonderland-esque of like, how is this lady fitting into this rabbit hutch? Was there magic involved? Unclear. 2, who are all these friends? How did they actually get this lady to come out of her house? 3,
I don't know what's so ambiguous about that. They're rabbits. They're very powerful.
yes, as one knows, if one's ever picked up a rabbit, you know that when you pick the rabbit up, it basically feels like a plastic bag of water with a couple little bones floating in it.
No.
Have you ever picked up a rabbit? They melt in your hands. They are
I don't
basically
like your description.
an amorphous blob. I mean, it's adorable, but they really do feel like they have no bones. They also feel like if you just like like you could just take a slice of Wonder Bread and like squish it down and it goes from this to like that. That's what a rabbit feels like. It feels like you might be able to do that to a rabbit.
No.
I'm a vegetarian. I just want to clarify. I'm very anti-killing of rabbits. That was
Well, I'm
3.
glad to hear that.
4. Like, why didn't she just walk out of the hutch? Like this rabbit couldn't have kept all his buddies there, like holding her hostage. Was she
I
chained
think because
in this hutch?
No, I think because then he would have just chased her down again. He knows where she lives.
Like, don't open the door. Lock your door. It's a rabbit.
He's
Does
a
she
very
have
powerful rabbit with friends.
Doesn't she have human friends who can protect her from said rabbit horde?
I don't know if she does, Annika, and I don't think you should be judging her for that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.